Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 1083rd day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 850,490 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number includes 1,170 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 9 tanks, 16 armored combat vehicles, 35 artillery systems, 3 air defense systems, 137 drones, 109 vehicles and 1 piece of special equipment. In the last 24 hours the Russians launched 127 combat clashes and carried out 77 airstrikes, including 101 guided bombs on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 1,000 kamikaze drones and carried out around 5,000 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports Russian merchant vessels Sparta II and Sparta left the Syrian port of Tartus on 28 to 29 January 2025, likely transporting evacuated equipment and personnel to alternative bases. They were escorted by 4 Russian Navy ships. Negotiations between Russia and Hayat Tahrir al-Sham over Russian bases in Syria are ongoing, with Russia seeking to strengthen ties despite a weaker bargaining position due to tensions related to Bashar al-Assad, whom Russia harbors. While Russia remains focused on Ukraine, maintaining a presence in the eastern Mediterranean is still a strategic priority for projecting power and supporting African operations. However, Russia's reduced situational awareness in Syria has weakened its influence in the region. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Russia continues to leverage its partnerships with U.S. adversaries, including North Korea, to offset the resource shortages constraining Russia's economy and war effort. The arrival of North Korean workers to Russia demonstrates how Russia, a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, is violating United Nations Security Council Resolution 2397. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un continues to reiterate his support for Russia and its war effort in Ukraine. German authorities reportedly failed to down suspected Russian reconnaissance drones flying near a German military facility in January 2025 where Ukrainian forces have undergone training. Russia appears to be leveraging the technological innovations it is developing in its war in Ukraine directly against NATO states. Ukrainian forces recently advanced in Kursk Oblast and near Vovchansk. Russian forces recently advanced near Toretsk, Pokrovsk, and Velika Novosilka. Russia continues efforts to recruit Russians and citizens of other Commonwealth of Independent State countries to sign military service contracts with the Russian Ministry of Defense. In President Zelensky's nightly address, he spoke about 3 key areas. Firstly, Ukraine moves to tackle high medicine prices. President Zelensky has announced plans for a National Security and Defense Council meeting to address what he calls unreasonable medicine prices. Pharmacy chains and manufacturers are expected to introduce more affordable pricing for Ukrainians. Secondly, $2 billion boost from European Investment Bank. Ukraine has secured an additional $2 billion from the European Investment Bank to support its energy sector, housing programs, and infrastructure projects. President Zelensky expressed gratitude for the continued financial backing. Lastly, key diplomatic talks on security and peace. Ukraine is preparing for critical negotiations with European and US partners, including the Ramstein meeting and the Munich Security Conference. Discussions will focus on peace efforts, security guarantees, and economic resilience for both Ukraine and the wider free world. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.